Let's take a look at the build you saw in the ISA, using the Vaadwaur Miracle Worker Juggernaut T6, using a Disruptor cannon build. I'm using the Terran Task Force Disruptor dual heavy cannons from the Terran Reputation, and then I'm using 3 Spiral Wave Disruptor dual cannons from the Lithium store, and then 1 sensor linked Disruptor dual cannon. You can also use a wide arc, or sensor linked or regular. Then I used the Elite Fleet Intervention Proto-Meta Deflector Array from the Fleet Colony, with the critical chance, the severity, and the hit chance with weapons. Then for Impulse I used the prevailing fortified Impulse engines from the competitive reputation, with the engineering hang for the control of the speed boosts. Then I used the prevailing bolstered warp core from the competitive reputation and the prevailing fortified resilient shield array. This is the max hit points, and the crit chance severity one's nice too. And then you get the 2 and 3 piece for the competitive set, which is the hull capacity, the weapon specializations, and the bonus energy damage resistance rating. Then for the aft weapons I used the House Martok Disruptor 360 degree energy weapon, the Spiral Wave Spiral Wave Disruptor turret, and the Heavy Biomolecular Disruptor turret from the Undine reputation. Then for devices I used the Subspace Field Modulator, the Battery Energy Amplifier, and the Red Matter Capacitor. For consoles I used the Universal Hydrodynamic Compensator from the Undine reputation, which gives you the 2-piece with the turret. For bonus Phaser Disruptor Plasma Tetron damage. Then for the engineerings I used the Weapon Sensor Enhancer for the accuracy rating, the House Martok Defense Configuration for the hit point, the max turn rate, and the 2-piece with the Omni Beam, which gives you critical chance and accuracy rating. Then I used the Bioneural Infusion Circuits from the Low-Buy store for the critical severity, and the hull capacity is nice too. The Universal Domino for the clicky and the accuracy rating. And then I used the Dynamic Power Redistribution module for the passive and the clicky, and the 2-piece with the Point Defense Bombardment warhead, which is a bonus to Phaser, Disruptor, and Plasma damage. And then I used 5 Disruptor Vulnerability Locators. Then for skills I use a Tech Heavy skill tree. For a more detailed rundown check my channel for a video. And then for specializations I use Strategist and Intelligence. You can also use Miracle Worker in Pugs to stay alive a little bit better. Then for traits I use A Good Day to Die, Accurate, Ablative Shell, and Cannon Training. Cannon Training and Accurate you can have superior versions of from the K13 Fleet Holding, but they're pretty expensive. And then the Fleet Coordinator, Inspirational Leader, Intense Focus, Operative, Self-Modulating Fire, and Context is for Kings. Then for Starship traits I use Calm Before the Storm, Cold-Hearted, Energy or Emergency Weapon Cycles, Promise of Ferocity, and Withering Barrage. Then for the Space reputation I use Advanced Targeting Systems, Controlled Countermeasures which procs with Cold-Hearted, the Enhanced Shield Penetration, Magnified Firepower, and the Precision. And for active reputation I basically use all the space ones. Then for stations I use all superior Romulan operatives because this is a Romulan character. Then I use Engineering Team 1, Fire Red Will 1, Narrow Sensor Bands 2, Mixed Armaments Synergy 2, Cannon Scatter Volley 3, Chemosite Lace Weaponry 1, Attack Banner Beta 1, Override Subsystem Safeties 3, Emergency Power to Weapons 1, and Oxabat 1 and 2. And then Science Team 1 and Hazard Emitters 2. And then lastly, the Duty Officers, I use Attack Banner Beta Restores Hull and Firing, the Space Warfare Specialist Space Increased Damage versus Borg, the Exocomp, additional buffs applied based on type of battery, and 3 Technicians. And then the Elite Elder, Malikatan, Warfare Master, space increased damage for Zol. I hope this was useful. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.